I say, I hope that someday in the future you can look back at this letter and tell your kids that there was a girl who liked you.
Hi!
Hi.
What do you think about girls making the first move?
I'm all for it. I think it's the 21st century and we are no longer like, dainty maidens. If you want that D, you gotta get that D.
I think it's a major slay though. I feel like if you want to do something, if you want something, you can just go for it. But also at the same time, if you feel that chivalry is not dead and the guy should do it first, also slay. But I feel like if you want it, you just be proactive and do it lah.
I'm the one that make first move, in all my relationships. Not like I got a lot lah, but I'm the one confessing all the time. Because why? If you don't confess, you might not get what you want.
Can you tell us about a time when you confessed to somebody?
So the most memorable time that I confessed to somebody was when I was 12 years old. I was from a madrasah, an all-girls madrasah. A madrasah is an Islamic Arabic school. I was very sheltered and I didn't see any boys or heard of it. So when I had to do my PSLE, I had to do it at another madrasah. And the madrasah had boys. Then I was like, damn, boys? Islamic boys? Never heard of them. So I was seated beside this cute chubby Malay boy with his songko and his black rimmed specs. The first time I laid my eyes on him, I was obsessed. So when I found out his name, I wanted to find him on Facebook. So I went to message him on Facebook and I just told him I liked him. Then he told me he liked me too. So we had this cute little relationship, boyfriend-girlfriend for 3 days. He broke up with me 3 days later because he said he only talked to me to get my friend's number. But I got over it anyway, never mind.
There's only one time when I made the first move and it was kind of a disaster. So this happened when I was in university and I was living on campus. But there was this one particular male friend that I started to have feelings for. But he's always made it very clear from the beginning that I'm not his type. Not just in terms of appearance, but personality-wise. He likes girls that are a bit less chaotic. I'm a little bit too chaotic, obviously. But then I'm stupid. I cannot help it. The more I hung out with him, the more I was starting to get the feels for him. And at 9 p.m. in my dorm room, I was like, I've had enough of this. I know he probably doesn't like me, but I have to go and get this out. I have to get this out of my chest because this thing is eating me alive. Then I texted him. I said, hey, do you have time? I need to talk to you about something. He was like, yeah, okay. So I went to his room and then every step of the stairs going down, I was rehearsing in my head, what the hell am I supposed to say? Let's say his name was Benjamin. I was gonna say, hey Ben, I know that you probably don't like me, but I can't help but have feelings for you. That's what I wanted to say. Short and simple, right? Not that difficult to memorize, right? But then when I got down there, right, then he looked at me, he was like, yeah, what's up? Then everything went out of my head. There was not a single damn thought in my head. Then at some point, right, let's say he's sitting over here, right, and he's waiting for me to say something. Then at first I'm facing here, right. After my body went from here, right, he'll be like, yeah, what do you want to talk about? Then I'll be like, yeah, wait, let me think a while, okay. This is the wall. Now I started facing the wall, and then I was on the chair like this, and I was like, and then eventually he started guessing what I was gonna say. He was like, you hungry, is it? Then no. Finally, eventually he was like, is it you like me? I was here, okay? I was like, but then he was very nice about it. Obviously again, he didn't like me in that way.
He was a year older than me and he was extremely shy. Nobody knows him like that. I asked his friend more about him so he knew that I like him. Then ever since then, he always got even more shy when we see each other in school. And also, I found out that he has never had someone confess to him before. So I was like, this is the perfect pathway for me. There is no competitors. It's just me running this race. So I was like, I'm going to be proactive and I'm going to make my move. I decided to write him a confession letter. I think I remember one of the line because I was like, wow, when I wrote this, I was like, woo, the pen is on fire, yeah. This is so I say, even though maybe you wouldn't feel the same way as me, I hope that someday in the future you can look back at this letter and tell your kids that there was a girl who liked you. He got my number and then he texted me, but he didn't say that he liked me back. But he let me down nicely. So like he rejected me in a very nice way because he's so polite, you know. He say like, oh, thank you so much, blah blah blah. You know, having me liking him like really like, I don't know, enhance his like secondary school life or something like that. And then at the end he say like, but I feel at this point in time, this isn't something that he wants to pursue. So nice! Seriously, the more I think about it, so nice. Then he like ended it off with like, but I think you're really great and I hope that someday you can find someone who can, you know, give this kind of love back. Walao!
For this one, I have to like access the recesses of my memory. It happened when I was in secondary school. I was like a plump and greasy nerd who got bullied a lot, but for some reason I thought that I had enough riz to get with a senior. Oh, okay, I was in Sec 2, right? Then got this Sec 4 guy. Whoa, he's so handsome. He a bit like nerd, a bit emo. So I was like really drawn to him. I cannot recall how, but I somehow got his phone number. Actually, I'm amazed that he even bothered to reply me because that was honestly like stalker behavior. But I was like, hi, name, I am so and so from choir CCA. And then he was like, oh, okay, I've seen you around. Then I'm like, oh my god, he knows I exist. And then I was telling my little clique of fellow nerds, like, wow, I'm talking to these guys, yeah, maybe I got a shot with him. I suddenly asked my friend, right, my close friend, I was like, hey, do you think I should confess to him? Mind you, it's only been 2 weeks, yeah? Before that, he probably don't even know that I exist. And then my friend, being a great enabler, was like,
go for it, girl. You never know what he'll say. Maybe he also like you a lot and he also telling his best friend about you.
and I was like, gee, I'm gonna do it. And I believe I said something along the lines of, what would you say if I said that I like you? Oh gosh. He replied, and he was actually like quite angry. He said, if you ask me, I would say that dating and relationships is a very serious topic to me, so I would want to get to know the person more and I do not take it lightly. So if you were really to say that, I would find that it's quite disrespectful. And then I was mortified. I was like, I can never talk to him again. But it's a learning lesson for us all. I really do like agree with him though. It's not a matter to be taken lightly. But then again, now we're in the age of dating apps where people are like, swipe and then immediately like piap piap or get together after the first meetup. So yeah, I guess times have changed.
So my current relationship with Axel, I was the one that made the first move. So we were friends. I mean, we were classmates and then we were hanging out with a bunch of friends. I started liking him because I realized like he's very handsome. And then I realized he's very funny. Then I realized actually that might be my type and all. So when I started feeling something, right, an opportunity arose. But basically we were playing truth or dare. That friend that know that I like Axel asked, so do you like anybody right now? Then I'm like, yeah. Then he asked, who? Then I was like, oh my god, it's either I say it now and like maybe something will happen, or maybe we might not be friends anymore, or I don't say and I will never ever know. So I decided to take a risk. Although I am a low risk person, but I took a risk that day and it paid off. Wow. Because why? Because after that he realized that, oh, actually I like him. He did not like me at that point of time, but he did not hate me lah. But now that he's aware, right, then I think he became more aware of me. Then after that he also started liking me. Then look at us now, 12 years into our relationship.
Thank you for watching this video. Let us know in the comments below about what you want us to share about next. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye!